Andrew Johns, Cameron Smith with me in commentary. It's a heavyweight battle again.
Certainly is, Tomo. Great to be here tonight, Allianz Stadium. What a matchup it is. Always Storm v Roosters. You spoke about last year's final match and the way that finished off. We're going to see another blockbuster tonight, I think so.
Pappy kicks us off. And a big collision of bodies already. Warrior Hargreaves continues to clock up the appearances for the Roosters. Here's Swali'i bullocking his way out to the 20, ran for 224 metres against Newcastle last week. Loves the heavy work coming out of yardage. And now Smith, just before the 30-metre line, goes away and links up to Radley. Grant and Hughes there. Maria Hargreaves with a second touch of the ball, and he's running towards Sean Bloor.
Like that wide pass the Roosters have been doing this year to their big men. Just watch out for that.
The Roosters negotiate the first set, and here's Pappy, Melbourne's leading try scorer, 4 in the 5 games the Storm have played so far in 2024. Good, strong, intimidating defence. Collins with a front-on tackle, met Warbrick. And now played by Xavier Coates, and here's Welsh up into the starting team. He tries to offload the ball out the back. There's a scrap for it. It's come back for Pappenhausen, but they've lost some territory. Play number 4, and they're only 15 from their own line here. King this time. And this kick will come from very deep in Melbourne's half. It's Hughes who hits it well, but straight to James Tedesco. He's confronted by that Melbourne Storm defensive wall. He's been at his tackle breaking best this season, Teddy. 25 tackle breaks in his 5 games to date. Of course, missed last week but returns tonight. Brad Fittler, always great to be here at Allianz.
Oh, absolutely. It's helping the conditions today. There's a breeze behind the Roosters, but because of the stadium, you don't get much of it at all, the effect. There's a big rain today, come down all in about half an hour. What happens, they had to remark the lines. You couldn't see them after the rain. But apart from that, the temperature's beautiful, a little bit slippery. Great night for footy.
We'll see you out there kicking the ball around before the game as well, just getting an up-close and personal view of the conditions as Keary kicks for a Tupou charge. Ball tapped back, it took a Rooster hand, and now Pappenhausen dives on it.
A little bit slippery. It's really slippery. Who's that suit, Cameron?
Well, just watching the start of the game, Joey, I reckon it's the Roosters and the style that they've come out to play tonight. That direct football, Brandon Smith already running from dummy half. You've seen in the first set of the Storm, that late offload that Christian Welch tried to pop. Probably not the night for one of those.
Meany playing it to Harry Grant, and here's a long pass to Sean Bloor. Scored the match winner last week. He's the only Melbourne Storm player out there tonight who's previously played here at the new Allianz. Played here with the West Tigers last year. But they're making heavy weather of getting out of their own area, and Hughes will kick early in the count. On play 4, he'll find touch inside the 30-metre line.
I think you'd be disappointed with that, Jerome Hughes. I don't know what's happening here.
We have a captain's challenge. Melbourne believe the ball was touched after the kick.
Well, that might.
It's whether it's Lindsay Collins you're looking at.
It was Lindsay Collins that rushed out of the line. Does he put his hands up? Well, no.
Cameron Munster's offside at this point, but we're just seeing if the ball is touched by the Roosters in flight.
Yeah, I thought Jerome Hughes was thinking 40-20, and it hits his hair.
But he hasn't played at the ball, so
have a look at the hair. Even though he's got a buzz cut, you can see the hair flick.
The ball brushes Lindsay Collins' head, but it's not played at.
Look at that head of Lindsay. I feel sorry for the ball if it hit that head.
I actually don't understand The challenge.
Which is unsuccessful.
So that's the Melbourne Storm's challenge is now gone. I do not understand for the life of me what the challenge was about.
Did you play in that game where Mick Crocker got on there? I hit the head and knocked him out,
did.
and he tore his glute.
I did.
If you're watching, hey Croc.
Only the Cowboys have scored more tries in the season to date than this Roosters team. Their attack was 15th last year. They're up to 6th in the competition. And Tedesco up in the first receiver. Strong run. Got half through the line there before King effected the tackle. Smith to Keary with some neat footwork. He's wrapped up by Grant along with Bloor. And it goes to Connor Watson. Second straight game in the number 6. A kick for Tupou again. It's come through the hands of Warbrick and backwards. And Nick Meaney is there, but they've been able to defuse those couple of kicks to that corner, but not without some sort of trepidation. Yes, Brad?
Just on the Michael Crocker story, Billy was telling me before the game, he came in to the Melbourne Storm in 2003, and Michael Crocker was actually playing for the Roosters. He used to love how Crocker used to tackle with his knees.
Yeah, and elbows, forearms, Freddie, the whole lot.
He was a hard man, Michael Crocker. Now Welsh back to the 30. And Munster with his first look at the game so far. He'll kick in the end. He had a little while to run first. And Tedesco back pedals with the kick, picks it up near his goal line and runs back with real purpose and gets a swinging arm from Eli Katoa.
Well, I was just about to say that's the first decent finish to a Melbourne Storm set. In that instance, Cam Munster, he had a little bit of time to get the ball away. He kicked the ball over the back of James Tedesco. And then Eli Katoa just comes up with a lazy attempt. Catches Teddy Hyde. Not much in it. Doesn't hurt the champion fullback. I'll tell you what, the Roosters, they are here to play, boys.
Tim Crichton was enormous last week. Nearly 200 running metres. 5 tackle busts, end of line break. Played 80 minutes the last 2 games in succession, Angus Crichton. He wasn't part of this starting team, in fact part of the broader squad at the start of the year, but he's forced his way in. Bradley, wrapped up around the legs by Liero. Down the left-hand short side, Teddy's there, buzzing as ever. Smith, Carey, powers onto it. The ball was there for Radley, he couldn't hang on to it. Actually, good signs by the Roosters. They're rushing through the centre.
They're playing the ball really quick. Now, Victor Radley's appealing for a hip drop tackle. This was about 2 or 3 plays before this ruck attack. But they're winning the ruck. They're playing the ball really quick.
Yeah, 2 consecutive play the balls there, Joey, where the Storm were caught with 1 marker. And just so dangerous, particularly when you're defending in that 20-metre zone right near your try line. You've got a quality dummy half like Brandon Smith. He's going to find space, and that time it was Keary pouring into a gaping hole.
Xavier Coates. He's got a hat-trick in each of the last 2 games he's played against the Roosters.
Here's the Victor Radley. He was appealing. That was the tackle. A couple of plays before the drop ball. Freddie?
Just watch the Roosters drop the ball then on that tackle. You don't get too many chances against Melbourne. They want to start taking them.
Here's Warbrick in and away. He was shown the sideline by Tupou.
This might be another opportunity right here.
Got to play the advantage though.
Christian Welsh not happy. He was hit after he passed the ball. And Michael Jennings at left centre last week against the Knights, he was right centre. And early in the game, here it is here. Ooh, Jared Hargreaves. I think it was pretty simultaneous. I don't think it was too much in that, Cameron.
Yeah, a little bit. Tad
That's in slow motion.
He's going to be put on report, though. Actually, I can see Ashley Klein, he's calling him out, Jared.
Geez, that would have hurt.
Oh, would have what? We knocked over a telegraph.
Yeah, Michael Jennings last week
Let's go.
against the Knights, he was defending on the right side, and early in the game, Kalen Ponga was terrorising that side. sure Craig Bellamy saw that. I think Michael Jennings might have some traffic coming his way.
Immediately a shift by the Storm back to the middle of the ground where Trent Liero takes possession. This is the first time they've run the ball inside the Roosters' half. Welch back at it. He's won his last 8 matches in a row against the Roosters, Christian Welch. Numbers to this left-hand edge now. Remus Smith on the left-hand side. Secured by Manu's tackle. Pass finds Munster. And then Grant. And then Liero. And then Hughes. Fast-moving Roosters defence shuts any try-scoring chance down. They're just outside the 10 now. Liero with another involvement. Wants to play it quickly. He's on the 10, in the centre of the ground now. Grant plays to the right. Up towards Warbrick. Warbrick v Tupou. It's tapped by a Melbourne player. 6 more tackles. Graze the hand of Tupou. And Melbourne with a fresh set. Super battle, that one. On his near wing, 196 centimetres Tupou, 193 centimetres Warbrick. And both brilliant jumpers. Grant now. And Hughes hit hard and a good tackle. That was Jennings. Calling upon all his experience. There's no way for Grant to tunnel through there either. 4 plays used. Out to Hughes. Munster underneath. Liero. Collins missed him. Eventually wrapped up by Radley. Munster. A kick for Xavier Coates now. He can't retchet the ball free, and the Roosters have hung on and didn't look all that trouble.
I'm not ready.
They went down their right side. The Storm. Just watch Luke Keary, bottom of screen. Lukey comes rushing in on that decoy. Michael Jennings does a great job. That's an area I think they'll be attacking down that left side of the Roosters. So there, Keary likes to really jam in hard on the decoy. I think they'll keep going that side, the Storm.
Daniel Tupou, 148 career tries. Most ever for the Roosters. He's off contract at the end of this year. Tedesco wins a penalty.
He poked his nose through, he got a release.
No, he's been dangerous already.
Yeah, I know that. He got a release.
The skipper through the middle that time there, Sean Bloor, just getting a low tackle on him, just trying to hold on just that little bit longer to try and give his team an opportunity to get on side. Punching holes in behind the Melbourne's ruck.
Oh, Maria Hargreaves straight into King. That was a big whack. And now Radley with some late footwork. They are rolling the Roosters. Keary playing half back out to Watson, on to Butcher, who spills the ball. And they were building a game.
Well, you can see in these conditions how slippery the ball is. That time, bit of space, but that Butcher puts it down. I think tonight, the kicking game, need to get some tries off kicks.
Played by Bloor. Grant Munster, big tackle. Swali'i came rocketing in. And Smith did well just to maintain possession. Now Munster with a dummy, no one took that. That's his old teammate, Brandon Smith. And Radley was also there, and Butcher was part of that tackle too. Away comes Welch this time. An intense battle through the early skirmishes. Hughes kicks high, Warbrick plays it back. And a chance now for Hughes, who backs up his own kick. He's into the backfield, Jerome Hughes has scored! They allowed Melbourne to make a free play at the ball, and Jerome Hughes continues a stellar start to 2024.
Well, they've got a great lineup of key position players in this Melbourne Storm outfit, but that man there, he is the key. Just watch this high shot, Harvey Norman replay. He's the man that takes the kick. He gets held back by Lindsay Collins. It comes out to the right-hand side. Warbrick just bats it back. Now look at Hughes. He just finds space. He wants to compete. There's 3 jerseys, there's 3 Roosters players around, but he just finds a way. What a competitor.
That's why your halves and your fullback are your best support players. They understand where the space is. When that ball was knocked back, as soon as it was knocked back, Jerome Hughes just started sprinting to that space, just in case. He likes it. The lips are out.
He's happy, isn't he? What a play. He's just got a knack of finding the ball, finding the right space. And he still had plenty of work to do. He had plenty of Roosters players to get around, but he finds a line. Freddie?
Well, every time the Roosters got turned away, I just kept getting more and more nervous, because this is what the Roosters don't have much in their game, to be able to score tries like this. When you look at the Melbourne Storm, whether it's Hughes, Pappenhausen, Munster, they do have this ability. The Roosters have been down there, dropped 2 balls and failed on 2 kicks. And the Storm, well, they've made it 6.
A big shout out to the Roosters community for the Collect Group, which operates residential drug and alcohol rehabilitation centres on the central coast of New South Wales. They collect the men and the only for women. They collect the records of Indigenous men and non-Indigenous men and women from all over Australia, and we welcome them all tonight to Valiant Stadium, joining us as part of the Roosters community group.
Andrew, for a halfback, he's a dynamic runner, this bloke. Jerome Hughes. He has run for over 100 metres in all of his games so far this year, and he's also manufactured 6 line breaks.
Well, I think he started his career at the Titans as a fullback.
Yeah.
So you imagine coming through, his game was based around his support play, but also his running game. And he's transferred that into his halves play. Here he goes again.
Great offload. More open space for Melbourne. Meany, 50 to go. Couldn't get it around the corner. No, it's Collins.
Lindsay
There's
Collins.
the chase of Lindsay Collins.
Well, he won the Wally Lewis medal last year for Queensland. It hurts me to say. As the best Queenslander, best player of the series. And it's those efforts. He had no right to get there. No right. Here it is, bottom of the screen. Just the effort, just sprinting to the strap. That's an amazing effort.
There's not too many props that do that. Run down to centre. Freddie?
It was more than effort. The effort actually got him to Meany, but he realised Meany was too fast. He actually then just blocked the pass to Warbrick. So on top of the speed he showed for a front row, he actually showed some smarts, laid off Meany and blocked the pass. What a play.
Sorry, Reuben Cotter, you got the Wally Lewis
He's
medal.
man of the match in Adelaide, Lindsay Collins.
Cameron said that Lindsay should have got it.
Cameron said he voted for Lindsay. That's right.
Reuben. No, I didn't know. Come on.
A good kick, good chase. Pappenhausen jammed close enough to his own goal line. Well, you said Jennings would be a target, Andrew. They're heading towards this side of the ground with he and Tupou defending, and they've yielded some quite profitable returns so far. Meany playing it. Wow, pass finds Munster. Right on the money as well. Noticeable change in tactics here. Instead of going straight through the middle, Melbourne looking to play with some width, though they were jammed down their own end for the first little while, but this long passing from dummy half seems to be the preferred tactic now as Hughes sends it high in the air once again. Eric Cartel was trying to get to the ball. He might have hammed it up a bit with the collision with Luke Keary. There's Big Nelson. He's back in the top grade tonight. Gee, if you're a part-timer running around the New South Wales Cup and you're front up at North Sydney Oval and Big Nelson's in the opposition, you'll be wondering what you're doing.
Oh, I think there was a couple of sore hamstrings the last couple of weeks.
Hey, boss, do you need me for overtime this Saturday?
I think I've got COVID, Coach.
And here's a chance out on the right-hand edge. It's that man Collins again. Now Watson working with lots of territory. Butcher legs tackle made by Harry Grant. He's not supposed to be over there. Manu, Watson, Keary. Here's another jumping contest. Tupou with the running, Warbrick with the standing start. It's on the ground and it's a try to the Roosters.
Yeah, great try by the Roosters. They were on a roll in that set. Started on that far side by Lindsay Collins, a big charge on that right edge. And then a lovely kick, a two-pass kick. Luke Keary puts it on the spot, always a target. Harvey Norman replay. Daniel Tupou leaps high. Just have a look at the work here from Jared Weir-Hargraves. He gets in there, puts pressure on Meaney, can't clean it up. Try to Jennings.
So knocked forward by Warbrick, and Meaney has a chance, but the ball escapes his grasp. And Michael Jennings, who celebrated an unlikely 300th NRL appearance last week, is the try scorer, and the Yui fan can. Sums up the satisfaction of the Roosters faithful here. Yes, Brad?
I'm just watching Ashley Klein. I was watching the replay and just seeing the intent of Daniel Tupou when he went up for the ball. A lot of talk about disruptors, getting your hands up in the face of the opposition. It's been a tactic of the Roosters, not so much to go for the ball, but to look for the tap back. And this time, try confirmed. This time, they got the lollies.
A chance for Joseph Swaley to equalise. He's a lovely striker, isn't he? 6 points each. All Ryan Pappenhausen resumes. Remember when Michael Jennings stormed onto the scene as a young centre and made an immediate impression. Well, he's greater than Gun Sin now, but he's still getting it done. Telstra, the proud naming rights partner of the NRL Telstra Premiership, and they've been back in the game for 20 plus years. This is footy country at one of the great footy stadiums, Allianz. Two leading clubs, 6 points all. Butcher. Played to Smith, now to Nisco. He likes that fourth tackle run and tries to get a quick play the ball away. Keary down to Pappy. Such a critical part of this envious spine. Pappenhausen, Munster, Hughes, Grant. They play together for the third straight week, and not surprisingly, they've had 2 wins so far.
I think it's the best in the comp. Their spine just in front of the Broncos.
Katoa, no pass wasn't on. Tupou intervenes and threatened to dash away.
Yeah, risky pass. There was an opportunity there. He would have found a Storm player, but Daniel Tupou used all of his knowledge and experience to get in that passing lane.
Another invitation by Melbourne. And the Roosters inside the 20. Watson bumped away from the King tackle. Liero eventually dragged him down. Radley, Keary to the line now, and Crichton running straight and running purposely. 8 metres short. Smith, Keary, this will come down close to the goal line. Manu weaves through the traffic. couldn't get a catch on it, so the next best result is a goal line dropout.
The attacking kicks for the Roosters has been spot on. They got the try earlier with a kick towards Tupou. This time they land it just around where the half defends. And I think Joseph Manu deliberately knocked that ball backwards with that movement with his hands.
No clock, let's go.
Freddie, Big Nelson's just limbering up in front of you as the earth shaking as he's about to come back out there. Short drop out, sorry, and knocked on here by the Roosters, is it? Yes, it is.
I've got it knocked on by Roosters first. I thought it was back off Melbourne.
Yes, he's up and about. Big Nelson, haven't seen it. Hasn't got any smaller.
No, he just walked past and the game stopped. Have a look at him. He is a beast.
Is he strong in the gym, Cameron? Like sometimes you get big blokes who aren't that strong in the gym.
What's a gym?
Yeah, exactly.
No, he is. He is a machine in the gym. He throws the biggest weights around with all the heavy hitters. He's 200 plus on the squats. 180s bench.
What do you do, Joey?
Way above my numbers. Joey.
You know I can exaggerate that if you want me to. Are we talking pounds or kilos?
Got to clear it though. Still got to clear it.
It's back in training, the 8th Immortal.
On the line, guys. On the line.
Yes, Brad.
Well, he's only training because he pervs on the trainer. It's Billy Smith's brother.
Yeah, it is. Charlie.
Yeah. Trained this morning, actually. Charlie will be watching.
He trained 4 times today. Played by Katoa, 10 from the halfway. Again with this width. Pappenhausen off Munster. And a pass for Remus Smith. Well countered by Manu. Back for Sean Blore. There's a real player in this lad. You feel Craig Bellamy's the right man to bring out that undeniable talent. Liero across to Hughes, now Katoa. Another handling error. He palmed Keary off, but he stuck on the little number 7. And he was trying to get the ball away, Katoa, and wouldn't think anything other than offload.
It's 2 consecutive errors now from Katoa. I think the next play, his number 7 might get in his ear to see.
You can't go too forward.
Here, yes, looking for the offload, just can't do that in traffic with conditions like they're playing in tonight. I think his number 7, Jerome Hughes, might get into his ear now and say, hey, mate, next run. Tap it under the wing.
Hargreaves. That is a trademark surge up over the halfway. Keary for Tedesco. Now that's taken a deviation from Munster, but it's a knock-on off the Roosters. It wasn't a pass, it was lost.
Well, you talk about vision, and normally we talk about vision in attack. The vision's also in defence. You watch Munster, he can see this play unfolding and just put so much pressure on Tedesco in these conditions to try to catch and pass. Watch the top of the screen. Munster will see the play, he'll read the play, and just goes all in and puts the pressure on. Great vision defensively.
Think back to that final week to last year. Cameron Munster had done very little in that game, and yet still popped up in the very last play for Melbourne and put the kick right where it needed to be for Warbrick to score.
Well, that's what champions do. When the game's on the line, they say, give me the ball.
Super coach Bellamy, 555 coaching games, winning strike rate nearly 70%.
Right there, wait.
So set start for Melbourne inside Rooster territory now. It's played by King. The try score from Melbourne, Jerome Hughes, Munster. Away to Pappenhausen, he got roughed up by Watson. Good defence. His second game in 3 years at 5'8". Connor Watson made 25 tackles last week. He was flawless. Melbourne closing on the Roosters 10. And a pass for King the corner. It's touched by the Roosters. To be 6 more. No 6 more call.
It looked like Luke Keary touched that
There
football.
was definitely a Roosters hand on that ball. So stroke of fortune for the defensive team. McDonald now 3 metres away. Harry Grant, Ali Katoa, so strong from close range, but wrapped up well.
Angus Crichton, what a tackle. That was Nat Butcher. Was it Nat Butcher? Here's Keary, the tackle. Ball goes backwards. 50-50 ball on the ground. I think it's the right decision. Who makes his tackle on the line on Katoa?
I think it's Butcher.
Was it Butcher?
Yeah.
What a tackle. He's already tops the tackle count, Butcher. 15 tackles. Become a dad last week, did he?
He did.
Nat Butcher.
Yep. Now Brandon Smith, 6 seasons as a Melbourne Storm player, 107 games, including a grand final win. Keary, another one hoisted up into the night sky. Ball taken by Pappy. Oh, jarred. Yes, Brad.
Well, Trent Liero just comes off, and Nelson Asofa goes on. Just earlier when Michael Jennings made that tackle a little bit off the ball, Nelson had some words to say, and here they are. Here's what he wanted.
Here he comes.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, Lindsay Collins. Wasn't going to let him get to Jennings. McDonald. 5 from the halfway. Grant. There's a beautiful set piece. Pappy through the centre. Oh, who is he playing? Ashley Klein nearly got it. Watson's got the ball instead, and the Roosters try to counter.
Yeah, well, that was a Storm special. The outside-inside play to Pappenhausen. He was looking for Munster, but the ball went sailing above his head.
It's an exciting play. You can see it developing, but stopping that play, given the pace of Pappenhausen, is a different scenario.
Well, that's a good way to play in the wet. Change direction and short passes. There it is, short passes.
Great tackle from the inside, covered brilliantly by McDonald. May on the ground though, and now Smith runs. Keary with the ball away. Crichton tried to bat it on. They'd all overrun it. It's the last tackle. Kicked ahead by Tupou. Pappenhausen scoops it up. The fans thought Tupou was inconvenienced.
Keary hasn't moved on the ground.
Oh,
Tackle
Katoa.
1, Keary's down, 2 the G.
No, he's hit hard by Katoa. We'll just have to see the timing of it all, though.
Well, I think it was simultaneous. That's fair game.
He's committed. There's no
committed,
opportunity to pull out of that tackle.
Even the Christian Welsh
Go over
one
there, Ryan,
started
you'll
the
play the
game.
ball.
I don't think, was it Jared who hit Christian Welsh?
Yeah, they hurt.
He's back, Ryan.
so often in this game we talk about how tough our big forwards are, but it's the little blokes like Luke Keary who were so courageous.
I thought he was committed to that as well. I know
He's
he
been
held on
hit
slightly long. but
Full on
that's-
by Katoa, right around the ribs. He's been jarred, but he's up. And he's desperately trying to get some air back into the lungs. Yes, Brad.
Before that tackle, Luke Keary was 31. He came out of that tackle 33. He just lost 2 years.
Third man in, dangerous contact.
So this is the old cannonball or something of that nature. Tackle the player held, but a man, third man in around the legs. Here it is.
There's not much doing there, Tomo. There's not much doing there at all.
Shouldn't allow that third man in. 2 men have got the tackle and momentum stop. That should be it. Jeez, they're into Nelson.
They're trying to get to him before he gets to them, if you know what I mean. Grant, Munster. Oh, yes! Yes!
Joey Manu.
You can't do that in rugby, Joey.
Releasing the ball. Mark straight.
That's bone jarring. There's some full-on contact out there tonight. Ball through the hands. He nearly overran that Xavier Coates. And in fact, he had to prop to go back and collect it around his ankles. Last play. Munster up and across. Katoa's getting through. Katoa gets a catch. The Roosters come in numbers. Katoa spins and gets it down.
Wow. What about the strength? What a pickup he's been at the Melbourne Storm. If they can get any forward with any potential, they can turn him into a real classy play. Look at this hit here on Bloor. Harvey Norman replay. He just fires back Joey Manu. It's a great kick from Munster. Awkward side with his left foot, but he gets his angles right, and Katoa. He was at the Warriors, you could see the potential, but coming to the Melbourne Storm, Craig Bellamy can unlock forwards especially. And there's two players on him here. Will they look at Nelson spearing in from behind? I don't think so, but the way he turns and goes over. Now Nelson comes in and helps and pushes forward. I don't know what terminology they use for this one.
Well, we can see James Tedesco. He's actually talking with Ashley Klein right now.
But Nelson goes forward and pushes him, which I don't think matters because he ends up twisting himself.
Yeah, what they'll be trying to determine, Joey, is if Nelson Asova-Solomona puts any hands on a Roosters player, that means he's interfered with the tackle. They'll be trying to look for vision in the bunker right now for that.
Are you sure that's not the tackle there, G? Or
We're still waiting.
are you sure that's not a tackle when they're pushing?
But that young man on screen, what a skillful player he is. First and foremost.
Well, this will be no try. I don't think it affects the defenders at all. Oh, let's try and confirm. Well done, Mr. Bunker.
Come off.
Yeah, just back to Ali Katoa. He's been a huge pickup for the Melbourne Storm, coming across from the Warriors. Plenty of huge raps on him at the organisation. Robbo can't believe it. Trent Robertson, he cannot believe that decision from the bunker to confirm the try. But it took great skill, first and foremost, to go up and compete for that football. And then the strength to get the ball to the ground.
A compelling contest, this one. Tit for tat tries and Meany to push it back out to a converted try gap.
Thanks to our proud partner Castrol, the 2024 Sydney Roosters Castrol range is on sale now at the Sydney Roosters store on Western Concourse. Get your hands on jerseys, training kits, beanies and winwear in-store or visit shop.roosters.com.au. It's all
behind, guys. But early, make sure you wait.
A hulking figure. Eli Katoa gives Melbourne the lead once again. 12 points to 6. And the kicking games of both teams very effective tonight. All three tries involving some sort of kick to one degree or another. Yes, Brad?
Well, with the try, it must have been the fact that there mustn't have been much pressure applied by Nelson. That's called a driver. What Nelson was doing, the driver.
It's more like a sandwich. And Robbo didn't think so. Smith back on an angle. Brandon off for a break, and Zach Docker-Clay has gone on to replace him in 14 for the Roosters. Tedesco, he was yelling for Tupou to get out of the way. I'll get this. And the captain hunting for some sort of opening. He's put down on his own 20. Swali'i. Confident offload for Tupou.
Geez, that's a disappointing penalty for Melbourne. They were going absolutely nowhere there, the Roosters. He'd be disappointed with that one, Craig Bellamy.
Nafahu White. Power pack player. Built lowish to the ground in contrast to the tall frame of Taylor May. Signed on with the Roosters until the end of 2026. Bradley tackled strongly by Hughes. Docker Clay and Keary brings Watson onto the ball. No opening. Melbourne's so strong defensively throughout the season. In fact, ranked #1 in the competition in their defence heading into this weekend. Manu linked with Keary. Great pass for Tedesco to come sprinting on till he palmed off Hughes. He goes pinging with that left foot step. That's great tackle. Oh, 6 more on play number 5. May with an offload. Watson comes to a dead end. It's Joe Tan, the man that gave away the set restart. Cricket's his first involvement in the game. Teddy slips over, and Hughes wasn't going to let him escape.
Keary could feel a big shadow coming then. There's Nelson.
White confronted by McDonald. Bloor coming in. Good run. He's still clawing. Nafahu White right on top of the goal line, in fact. Docker Clay shovels it out for Keary. Now Butcher, he comes back in and charges towards the line, but he's denied. How many's that? They've used 4 this time. Crichton gets the arm free. Almost. Now Docker Clay tries to roll it through, and Big Nelson has dived on the football, and now they've withstood 11 tackles in a row, but they're dragged back.
Yeah, but he got up to run and then tackled him.
So Nelson got up to go again, and they shove him back to the in goal.
So if Nelson stays on the ground here and surrenders...
Hey, I'm not going to argue, but in my opinion, he got up to play.
Tackle made.
That's the difference.
So if he has a
if he just stays
there,
And then he got up.
he's getting up to play the ball.
He got up.
well, if he hasn't called held, he can't get up and play. That's obviously what Ashley Klein had said. He got up and tried to advance. Now the kick's gone 10. It's been knocked on by Melbourne. The Roosters with it back, and here's a third straight set. Swali'i under 3 minutes until the half-time break. White beat Nelson that time, had a little bit too much pace for him. But McDonald around the legs, and Harry Grant also on the 10-metre line. It comes to Teddy, first receiver. Manu on the angle against the bigger men. Accelerates into the defensive wall. Chan brought him to ground, right underneath the black dot. Now Docker Clay over the line, but
Tackle 3.
can't manipulate the ball to the ground.
Yeah, good work there. You
Great
went
work here from Pappenhausen. He tackles the ball and holds him up.
Here's Keary, here's Crichton. Super tackle. Hughes around the legs, played it quickly. Across to Victor Radley once again, and Nelson jarred him to the turf. Keary to the in goal. This is going to run over the back. There was no Melbourne hand on the ball, and they have escaped. And even better, they get a 7-tackle set.
Keep that. That's a big play in this half. They can capitalise.
Whoa.
2.
Same as one down there. Sorry, mate.
So there's around a minute and a half. They get a full set of 6 here.
Yeah.
We haven't seen anyone score from passing. It's all been off kicks.
And you see on the field there, the 3 generals, they're having a quick little meeting. Pappenhausen, Hughes, Munster's just joined the fray. They're just working out what they're going to do in this last minute 15. What sort of set are the Melbourne Storm going to come up with?
Look at a field goal.
I think they'll go for the 4.
Three numbers left. They go to Bloor. Ball around the corner. Pappenhausen there to get the rebound. It's probably not precisely what they had planned after that little conflap. Chan over the 40. Hughes runs onto it. Gives it away to Smith. And now they assemble to the right. Plenty of Melbourne Storm jumpers out here. Chan underneath. Happy's sitting in behind them. They might be thinking about the 1 point here. No, Munster playing flat. Great tackle to McDonald, and the ball was lost in contact.
You lost it under the back and then regathered.
So lined up ready to go on the right side. Melbourne, they didn't pull the trigger. They kept turning the ball back inside, and then that time Munster played short. Look at it. They're all ready to go. There's a bobble. There's a bobble there.
Time off. Let's go. Wait. Okay, time on. Break!
It's been high-class stuff, hasn't it? Very willing, highly engaging. The Roosters started with all the momentum. Melbourne got the first try. Roosters hit back, and the Storm, with one in the shadows of half-time, sees them lead the game 12 points to 6. It's a bonza way to kick off round 7 of the Premiership here at Allianz. Incidentally, Joey Manu back in the centres this evening after playing at fullback and running for that record tally of 370 metres. This time last week he had 174 running metres. Tonight he has 25. A slight difference, although he has notched up one of the tackles of the season on Sean Bloor. We thought it would be close. The conditions not suited to free-flowing attack. So this is probably where we thought we'd be as we head into the second half. A narrow margin in favour of the visitors. Looking to push out this recent run of dominance against the Roosters. Which extends both home and away. Looking to prevent the Roosters from beating Melbourne in Sydney for a 5th consecutive year. Hughes starts third in the first half. All class. Great competitor. That's the way Cam Smith summed up the Melbourne halfback. And another penalty, crusher tackle this time.
Let the head
We've
out,
seen a lot of these.
Okay, sorry.
Not so much crusher penalties, but penalties to teams trying to get out of their own end. It's almost a free ride up the other end of the park. Really incidental contact that.
You see a lot of players these days, Tomo, as they're trying to find their way to the ground, just turning in the tackle. Always
When did that start? When did that start? Players
are backing in,
turning their back. Someone told me it was when the players were cannonballing in, so they'd have to turn around and look for that third man in. But it's really crept into the game. Get yourself in a very awkward position doing that.
Bradley finds Watson. Sweet play out for Tedesco. And now the ball to Manu. Nicely held by Remus Smith. Keary away from Terrell May this time. He's become a highly influential player for the Roosters from the bench. And he drags every last metre out of that run. He goes to Keary. He'll kick back for Swaliti and Manu. Up and over the top. What a good catch that was from Xavier Coates.
Well, in these conditions, we've spoken about the slippery ball. He caught that ball above his head. under pressure. What a great take.
Good charge by Bloor out past the 20. Let's go to Brad.
Well, that's the first time they've gone to Xavier Coates with a kick. They normally drop it shorter over Munster and maybe get Joey Manu coming in on that. I wouldn't kick to Xavier Coates.
He doesn't drop much, does he? So we've got some aerial exponents in this game. So steady commencement to this second half as Tedesco trundles back to the 30-metre line. It's run for over 100 metres in the opening half. We saw Trent Robinson bristle up a little bit this week at his press conference when asked about the merits of Manu at fullback as opposed to Tedesco. Reporters quoting stats, and Trent Robinson simply replied, well, stats don't matter. What's the game? Have a look at what he does for us. Certainly rekindled some of his best form at the start of 2024. Here he is again. Skipper away for Terrell May. Oh, he tries to push the pass. Now, I reckon that's gone back off the Roosters.
Once again, a big tackle there from Sean Bloor.
No, it's a knock-on.
In my opinion, it went forward into him.
The Roosters have still got a challenge, and Tedesco is going to use it.
He's been impressive. Sean Bloor, what a
Got a
pickup.
captain's challenge here. I believe it's a knock-on by the Roosters. In attempting to offload, he loses the ball into the Melbourne player. It then goes forward off Melbourne. Coming up.
Well, it goes back. Goes out.
Well, is there a touch here by Bloor?
The ball pops out free. We're just looking to determine if it hits a Melbourne player.
No, it goes backwards.
I think it touches Sean Bloor's hand just before we lose sight of the football. Top of screen, right there.
The ball pops out forward and hits a Melbourne player. It's a knock-on by the Roosters first. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Sean Bloor, what a pickup.
Yeah, incredible. Yep, that's the transfer. Sean Bloor, of course, from the Tigers. Justin Nolan,
No more challenges, both teams.
who is playing some pretty good football at the moment at the West Tigers, but Sean Bloor, what a find it's been for the Melbourne Storm.
So once again, the Storm pick up a forward with potential. And Sean Bloor, the last month, he looks like a top-line player.
Well, he got the match winner last week.
That's right, yeah.
Played a lot of junior reps at the Panthers. Got a shot at the West Tigers. He's had an interrupted run with injury across the years, but an undeniable talent. Good read there by Radley, and then the play shut down in the tackle of Docker Clay. Back to McDonald now. Charges inside the Roosters 30. Grant. Great tackle. Zach Docker Clay. Sweeping tackle around the legs of Joe Chan, and that has forced a mistake.
Still tackle
It's just
for the play the ball.
these little errors in the ruck area that's crept into the game for both football sides. And ironically, in the same area of the football field, they do so well to get into attacking positions inside that 20-metre zone. Butcher may have just helped that out slightly, but Chan's got to have more control over the football. Down to you, Fred.
Just back on Sean Bloor. I coached Sean when I looked after the New South Wales 16s and 18s, and he was the best talent of all the players coming through. A big back row from Penrith. He actually had a brother, Dean Bloor. I also coached him in the junior New South Wales teams as well. I think he ended up playing rugby union. He had a shot at Penrith, didn't quite make it, and ended up playing rugby union.
He looked to stand out even in a West Tigers team on occasions that was getting badly beaten. Sean Bloor. He may have run behind his own man there. Mafahu White. And didn't take advantage. Now Watson, inside pass, Radley, read beautifully. That's our man Bloor.
War again.
Manu back towards the middle of the ground. He gets hit hard. Keary, position left. The kick towards Warbrick. Can't evade the oncoming chase of Tupou. And away now for Nick Meaney, the everywhere man from Melbourne, who himself has extended his contract with the Storm through till the end of 2026. Munster with a run. His influence has been quelled so far. Grant, good pass, McDonald. Took it under pressure and found a little bit of extra territory before he was accounted for by Jennings. And it'll come to Hughes. A high kick which Katoa is chasing after with great spirit, and the skipper Tedesco tackled inside the 20. Experience the all-consuming power of Australia's greatest sporting rivalry as Ampol State of Origin Game 2 kicks off on Wednesday, June 26 at the iconic MCG. Head to NRL.com/tickets to get your seats today. Ampol State of Origin, it is unreal, and that is an iconic venue, the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Let's hope we can pack it out for Origin football. Last play, Keary.
Joey Manu, the last two sets, has gone into the middle of the field. The Roosters are playing with two fullbacks in attack, Manu and Tedesco.
Munster ran straight towards Tedesco. He wasn't involved.
That's the last two sets. He's taken the line on Munster. We all know he's been carrying that groin injury. Can give you some serious head noise.
It was a good wind-up by Warbrick. He doesn't need the groin injury for that injury, from what I understand. Played by Grant. Shoot, the arrow ran a long way before he met the fence. Hughes, another high one. Swaliti waits underneath. Cross for Tedesco, put some footwork on, but they've jammed him down inside the 20 once again.
They're into the grind, the Storm. This is what they love. A real arm wrestle.
Another penalty, costly.
Yeah, it's another one of these tackles low at the legs.
Level of contact, but you were clearly below the
And there might have been, was it Liero this time?
What's it for, this one?
Oh, just going in aggressively around the legs.
That third man in.
Oh, it's Nelson this time.
So when they come in there, they have to be above the hips, is it, or the knees?
Above the knee.
There you see the top 5 tacklers of the night. Harry Grant, he's just edging out Nat Butcher on 34. Well ahead of his next Storm teammate.
Oh, risky pass. Fortuitous bounce. Made through the hands. Watson Manu with all his wonderful guile. Secured by the arrow. Made a Keary. Crichton back on an angle. Melbourne's defence holding up well at the moment. Watson can't shake off Munster, and Melbourne have knocked it on. That was play 4.
Knocked backwards by Cam in the
fresh
Remus.
set coming the way of the home team.
Yeah, they got away with one there, the Roosters. Connor Watson, who was just trying to force a pass.
Off Remus, back off Cam in the
The Melbourne Storm, they just couldn't hold on to the ball. It's Remus Smith. Oh, it's Munster and Remus Smith. Added pressure though.
Where do the points come for the Roosters? Well, their attack looks a bit clunky. Connor Watson, a real runner of the ball at 5'8", so really there's only one ball player in Keary.
Oh, I think they were most threatening, Joey, in the early exchanges where they were just running direct
Out of dummy half.
out of dummy half. They had Brandon Smith running from dummy half, and I'll tell you, a play that has half caught the Melbourne Storm out tonight is a wide pass from the ruck, and then that inside ball to a charging runner.
Smith's been off the field for quite a long time. I've got them cut off at every pass, and now Tedesco's lost it.
Loose carry.
And once
Where do you want
it's
it?
tough in
Shot
these
clock on,
conditions
in the
to
middle.
move the ball laterally
In the middle,
quickly.
go. Shot clock's going.
But yeah, their attack is just lacking. Freddie.
Well, I was just watching Joey Manu in that set, and he moved in straight away off tackle one, but he was standing next to Connor Watson. I think it wouldn't serve too badly if Connor Watson actually moved to centre in attack and allowed Joey Manu in there just to be a first pass or a second pass off the ruck.
Certainly Manu is making a proactive effort to impose himself on the game.
I think with the right halfback, he could be an amazing 5'8", Joseph Manu. I think everyone realises when he goes to centre, he doesn't get enough quality ball.
Hughes with Meany, he gets around Jennings, although the veteran was able to clamber and he gets him outside the 30. Hughes has a look up, sends a pass to Harry Grant, delays the ball to Munster. He holds off White with that trademark fin, and then he holds off Butcher with it also. They get to play 5. Munster's bluing with the ref. The ball goes out to Hughes. A kick for Warbrick. He's sprinting. He's got the momentum. Barber Tupou high above the pack. He jump over the Opera House. He's so good.
Yeah, it's a big effort there by Daniel Tupou. He's found some of his best form over the last few weeks, Daniel Tupou. You see there on the bottom of the screen, leaping high. A bit of pressure from the Melbourne Storm. Still takes a clean take.
Jumping over that Opera House, you wouldn't want to land on those sails.
No, you'd want to clear it, wouldn't you?
Egan Butcher.
Well, I think for the Roosters, look, they're trying to get Tedesco and Joey Manu some quality football to find space, but they are marked men tonight. Anytime they get the football, the Melbourne Storm defence, they are all over them. They're a good defensive outfit. They've done their homework. I think it's going to be someone else, like a Connor Watson, close to that run. Like I said before, inside passes. And I really think Brandon Smith could be pretty handy out there right now.
Munster with another run.
He's had a really good second half, Munster.
And the one-handed scoop and run from Pappy. He sets up Xavier Coates. Coates has got no one to link with. Up near the 10, if they can spin it right, they'll pretty much score. I reckon they've got huge numbers out there. Hughes is going to kick through. He gets checked as he's trying to pursue the kick. I'd imagine this will be a penalty. No!
You knocked it back. He was shadowing. It's okay.
Oh, gee, they're blowing up Melbourne. He got knocked over for sure, Jerome Hughes.
And there'll be a sin bin here on Munster. This will be a sin bin.
Wow, what a turning point.
Wow.
What a reversal.
We can have a look at this challenge on Jerome Hughes first. This last 10 seconds. Jerome Hughes.
Oh.
Well, that's a penalty. That's a sin bin.
My ruling, what I've ruled is he's shadowing the ball. Josh has knocked it back in, which has hit Luke. But because there's a secondary motion by Josh, he's no longer shadowing. That's my ruling.
So because the play was allowed to go and there was no penalty ruled, Munster's blowing a kiss to the crowd. Munster then goes to the sin bin for a professional foul.
Well, is it Egan Butcher or Angus Crichton moves and puts a leg out?
Wait here.
Like a tripping motion. Anyway, you've got to play to the whistle already.
It's a pivotal moment in the game. Yes, Brad?
Well, I saw that very different. I thought he took a bit of a dive, Jerome Hughes, to be fair. They did close down the space, but I couldn't see that any more than a penalty at best. And I've got to say, Cameron Munster walked off. That's a breach as well. You're supposed to jog off when you get sent to the sin bin. So it's no penalty. Roosters ball, and Munster, you're getting fined.
Well, why don't you write him out of fine and give it to him in the sin bin?
Brad Fittler brought to you by Nick Politis.
Here's Manu, almost through. Break pass around the corner. It's forward pass.
Shot clock on, where do you want it?
What do you think about that one, Freddie?
In the middle, guys, let's go.
Well, Nick hasn't spoken to Ashley.
Let's go, shot clock's going.
Hey, look what he can do. Have a look at that. Yeah,
It's only a metre.
But once again, the class of Joseph Manu, there's nothing doing there. It's a big left foot step. He's so balanced. He's one of those players can change direction and maintain his speed. What a player.
And that's where he's going to be a threat. That's where he's going to be a threat in these remaining minutes of the match. He's got to come into the middle of the field. They've got his number out wide, Joey Manu. He's got to come in, use that footwork, test out the big forwards of the Melbourne Storm.
Well, how did Melbourne negotiate this 10-minute period? That was supercharged. He's been brilliant coming out of the backfield, Warbrick. Katoa running forward, they were offside.
About 3 players. 3 players.
Can they dominate possession for the next 8 minutes?
Well, they'll just settle right down here, Melbourne Storm. They'll take their time. You can see the 3 spine players. Grant, Hughes, Pappenhausen. I'll just try and wind this clock down slowly.
Freddie, seems a lot of emotion on the field. What about the crowd? Are they into it?
I've got to say the sideline, the players on the sideline are into it. They've been up and down the sideline, and both clubs are very emotional. I think the crowd's just happy to sit here. It's been such an enthralling game. The contact's been excellent. Not many tries scored, so there hasn't been much to cheer about, but I think everyone's enjoying the night.
Oh, we've been hearing the contact through the effects box. Some brutal collisions. Joe Chan!
Jeez, he
Ball
looks
straight through the Roosters centre defence. 2 from the line now. Melbourne down by a man, but hoping to go up past that 6-point gap. See, Hughes has been immense for the Storm. 9 metres away. The ball goes left to Pappenhausen. Trying to get underneath the defenders. Egan Butcher was there to stop him. It goes through the arrow, and a driving run. Does he get there? No! Oh, that was super close. Harry, with his trademark turnaround out of dummy half, and the kick went straight to Tupou.
Well, it's the right idea. It was a little run around. Dipsy doodle. But the ball just had to go on the ground from Harry Grant. We've seen that play before. That time he chose to go to the air. Tupou had plenty of time.
He loves that one. He's produced some glorious kicks. I think in Origin he set up a try with that same play.
Freddie, what do you think of that one?
Yeah, I've seen that quite often. It must be hard to defend because he keeps going to it. The Roosters have made a double change as well. Brandon Smith, who just kicked the ball, and Lindsay Collins is leading the chase.
Okay. He's always leading the chase. He's leading everything. Lindsay, Pappenhausen can't get past him.
Oh, that could have been dangerous. Brandon Smith got wrong-footed, threw an arm out. It could have been ugly for Brendan and the Roosters.
Hasn't this been a second half? We haven't had any points. It's been a grind, but an intense contest between 2 very focused teams here. Melbourne up against it by virtue of a man in the sin bin. Great pass, great footwork, great tackle. That's Joe Chan. He was stepping like an outside back.
What a player he looks to be.
Now Harry, Manu's smacked another one.
He's hit him in the throat, has he?
Here comes Coates. It's too shallow. Coates can make a catch, and he's tackled over by Swally.
Smart play.
That's not a bad spot to give the ball back to the Roosters. Love to see that tackle. Joseph Manu on Harry Grant. Here it is here. It hits him right in the throat. It's all fair game. Oh. And then just puts the thumb into the throat.
Yeah. just for good measure. So they're halfway through. Cam Munster's just having a look over the terms and conditions of the fine that Brad Fiddler's given him. Engaging some legal representation, perhaps. Centre of the 30-metre line. Do you reckon Cam would currently represent himself in court? Smith.
Munster represented himself. He go from getting a fine, going to jail for 5 years.
It's the vibe. It's the vibe of the thing. Radley. They've got numbers out here, the Roosters. Connor Watson with a show and a go and a right foot step. They've made some great tackles covering from the inside. Yes, Radley with a kick. It's not a bad effort, you know. Pappenhausen took it well.
Victor Radley kicking. The last time he kicked was under sixes for the Clovelly Crocodiles.
Well, I think he's been practicing. That wasn't too bad. Another super surge by Warbrick. And away to Katoa. And King back out there now for Craig Bellamy's team. Held by Nafahu wide up on the halfway. Oh, juggle! He got it back, and Smith overran the. Oh no! No. Just as the space emerged in front of Warbrick, he got a little excited and dropped it.
It's the last tackle, and players tighten up on the last play because they think, I've got to kick, I've got to kick. If the winger goes back, you go through the hands. There's easy meters, and then the wingers these days can just kick in field. But that last play, they really tighten up and get nervous. That's a big error. They'll get an attacking kick in the end of this set, the Roosters.
Watson for Egan Butcher. Another big tackle, but he's able to offload Watson to Brandon Smith.
If they go left, they score. They go right.
Smith runs at first. Manu away to Tedesco. Tedesco rolling it in. Melbourne get back there. Teddy, it was tackle 3, and Harry Grant's got it.
He hasn't had a rest yet, has he, Harry? No. 40 tackles, 15 dummy half runs, or 8 dummy half runs. What a player.
Gee, Welch has been off the ground for some time. Whacked hard by his Queensland comrade in Lindsay Collins. Now here goes King. And Hughes, 4th tackle kick. It's a miss kick, straight to Teddy.
Well, his plant foot, then his left foot actually slips. That's why he duffed that kick. There's Munster on the bike. He went for the early kick, but his plant foot slipped.
I can understand what he was trying to do there. He just wanted to get the ball way up the other end. Missed kick, went straight down the throat of Teddy. Now they're defending back in their own half. They've got to hold on for another set. They got this one. They'll have an opportunity with the ball. They've got to try and get the ball as far as they can up into Roosters territory. And hopefully they're back to 13.
So Munster waiting. He's about a minute away. Nafahu White. Left of centre field. Held in the tackle of King. Smith for Watson. Keary has spilt it. And they have played this 10-minute period very well, Melbourne.
Double knock on.
Yeah, well,
Where do you want the scrum, Harry?
Defended bravely,
Shot clock on in the
as
middle.
they always do.
Let's go, guys.
I think if they could have had the time over again, a couple of sets with the football, a turnover on the last, around halfway.
Let's go,
Bit of an ordinary kick by Jerome on the last set, play 4. But this will do it. This will wind the clock down. They'll take their time here, the Melbourne Storm. And they'll get their number 6 back, probably one of their most potent plays in the second half, and see if they can close this game out. Freddie?
Well, when you look at that play, Luke Keary's normally the one throwing that pass. The fact is he was receiving it and he was running faster at the ball, at the line, much more dangerous than they've been doing prior to that. It was better execution, but the ball went behind him.
Guys.
Well, they're used to these close finishes. I mentioned right at the top. Melbourne beat the Panthers 8-0. Since then, the margins in their game have been win by 4, win by 2, win by 2, lose by 2. Don't get ruffled at the death.
He's running on, Freddie. He's jogging on.
Well, I told him he just has to give me 5,000 before he went out there for the fine.
$5 grand. Crikey.
I upped the ante on the breaches.
The double demerit weekend or something. This has been engrossing stuff. Kappenhausen changes direction right on the spot, but he's pulled down by his old mate Brandon Smith. It comes to Liero, plays out Hughes and away to Meaney. Meaney's got them backpedaling. There's an obstruction call.
You just run straight into him. I know that. It went outside getting, sir. But he's still trying to get over there and he's taken out of play. You just took him out of play. No, I've made the ruling. Let's go. It's a penalty.
Just get a good reel. This will be beautiful on the drone shot.
What a good shot.
Yeah. He's collected the outside shoulder of Keary.
What a great shot. Now, we highlighted last week against the Knights. Luke Keary defends very tight to his back rower Angus Crichton, which makes it hard for the opposition back rower to run the decoy in between Keary and Angus Crichton. And then once again, they get the penalty.
Collins built it right around the midriff. Plays it on the halfway line. Oh, Radley lined up from a long way back. Katoa came at him like a missile. Crichton half through a gap. If you don't enjoy this physicality, you're watching the wrong game. This is as good as it gets. Watson underneath for Manu. He backtracked. Alive. JWH is back on the field. Played it to Smith. Away from Radley. Keary for Tedesco. They're backtracking. Jennings versus Meaney. Pulled the ground. 8 metres out. Keary's the man. He's going to pull the trigger out to Swali'i. He flew. He tapped it back. That's amazing skill by Swali'i. And Manu was waiting and accepts gleefully.
What a finish. And another try from a kick. But that man, Joey Manu, he was a beneficiary of a tap back from Swali'i. Harvey Norman replay. Look at him get up. Nice tap back. 4 points, Chooks.
And try for the Roosters for number 4, Joey Manu.
Big kick coming up for Joseph Suali'i. Try confirmed. Now Joseph, when he kicks, puts a really big draw on his kick. So you'll have to start this ball out past the right, upright. Is the knock down. Deliberate play. Great movement off the ball by Joey Manu. Yeah, Suali'i's taking the ball back. A fair way back. Now he gets a big draw on the ball, so they have to start this ball on that right upright, even maybe a foot outside the right upright. He's only 3 from 7 on this side.
Only a couple of steps before he lets rip. That is a wonderful kick under the pressure.
behind, guys.
12 each as we approach the last 10.
Now, the Melbourne Storm players were appealing on the other side of the field when Michael Jennings got tackled, that he dropped the ball in the challenge. Here it is here. This is a play before the try. He gets tackled and loses the possession of the ball. And there's going to be some fallout from this game because there's been some controversy. That one, that'll be talked about after the game.
It's a game worthy of the scoreline. Both teams have given everything tonight. This is a titanic tussle. Who's the field goal kicker and how long do they wait? Is there a try? Is there a couple of tries still left in this? Surely fatigue plays a factor. Keary rips it up in the air. Teddy sprinting. Well done by Pappy. He gets up appealing to the referee for a penalty and he's going to get one.
Yeah, it might have been for a trip here, boys.
Yeah, leg came out.
Yeah.
You have to have two hands on it.
Tedesco goes down to make the tackle and he just throws a leg out.
In the good old days, or the bad old days, that was an automatic send-off, a trip, in the 70s and 80s.
Well, he's been put on report there, Joey. Yeah, that was... Oh.
Well, why isn't that a sin bin?
Yeah.
Hold it. Michael, wait.
Yep. Yeah, I remember those back in those days. That was one of the more frowned upon.
Yeah, he was straight off.
Incidents in a game, tripping.
Munster for Bloor. Great tackle.
He has been an enormous blow.
What about Manu's defence?
So's Manu.
Now Welsh. Play number 4. Can they control the field position off the back of this set now, Melbourne? Pappenhausen exploding, nearly. He was nearly off and gone. Keary, big time tackle. Back for Hughes. Up in the air. Coates is part of it. It's tapped up. It's 6 more. Oh, Munster didn't hear it. Munster kicks ahead. Ball's on the ground. It's that man. Oh, Lindsay Collins. No, dropped it.
The knock on.
There's a knock on.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a knock on in the contest.
Where do you want the scrum?
And we've seen players over the past few weeks employ the same tactic where they know that there's a knock on or an error from the opposition. There's a 6 to go call, and Cam Munster, he's aware of it, so he just plays on. He just thinks, well, I'm going to have a crack at it. If I don't get the ball back, it'll come back for a scrum.
How quick
Well, in Super League in England, they give them a free play.
Yeah.
So they can play, you can do whatever you want.
Yep.
If you lose possession or knock on, they'll go back to the original error, which promotes exciting footy. I think it's something we should look at in the NRL.
Stay here, Connor.
On the subject of excitement, there's 8 minutes to play, and Melbourne have a golden chance to take the lead, if not by a try, then certainly by a field goal here. Harry Grant with a weaving run. Now Pappenhausen's in position, so's Jerome Hughes, organising some players maybe to inconvenience the oncoming Roosters chase as Nelson pops one out the back. It comes away to Jerome Hughes and out to Eli Katoa. He's pulled down 7 metres away. Hughes out in front of Liero. Now Munster thought about a kick, thought better of it. He ducked underneath. They've got to go now. It's point blank here if they want it. They ignore it. They go back to Hughes. Pappenhausen, ball's on the ground. This is a hot ball, this one. Melbourne get it. Last play of the set. Hughes out for Remus Smith to leap. Knocked on by Melbourne again, by the Roosters again. And another kick by Munster to take advantage. And Coates has got the Fortune favours the Brave.
Oh, what play by the Melbourne Storm. What a fantastic game this has been. And again, Lindsay Collins on the deck.
There's the face of a warrior.
He's got blood streaming down the face. Harvey Norman replay. There was multiple kicks in this last tackle. It come around the back to Harry Grant. Nice little kick out to Xavier Coates. He had plenty to do. And the big man, oh, what a try.
Well, Xavier Coates has scored some critical tries this season. That one, potentially a game winner. I think I credited Munster with the kick. It was actually Harry Grant in the hurry and the clamouring of bodies. It was a kick that set up the Coates. That's a massive effort with Rhea Hargreaves there.
What about the effort from Harry Grant to get there for the second kick? Harry Grant has been enormous tonight. He's the big kick coming up, this one. Because I'd imagine if he gets this kick, Nick Mooney, the Roosters will go short.
Well, I'll be backing him in, Joey. Nick Meaney's been kicking at about 84%. There you go, 86.
This is a big kick.
He's done it nicely.
Successful conversion for the Storm 18. The Sydney Roosters return to Allianz Stadium on the 12th of May to take on the Warriors. And the tickets tonight have exclusive access to a 10% discount for tickets simply by scanning the QR code using the password shown on the screen. We'll see you there.
Stay behind! Stay behind.
Short restart. It's got the best part of 20. The Roosters are going to get it back. Are they? No. Melbourne switch. Oh, there was a Melbourne hand in the contest.
And they can't challenge.
On the 20, scrum, shot clock on. No
At
challenges.
first look, it looked like the Roosters that went forward
You
off
guys,
the
let's go.
Roosters.
Let's go. Hurry
Players
up,
coming
guys.
from everywhere to challenge for that ball. Lindsay Collins. Yeah, the ball
It's knocked
goes.
on by the Roosters.
Yeah.
They blew their challenge after 2 minutes.
No. Yeah, that's good old-fashioned football there. The referee just makes a call. No challenges left, so you can't refute what he's called now. What a finish we got.
Radley shapes up against Hughes. So within 12 of the Storm line, Luke Keary. Connor Watson, now for Tedesco. Manu, who's been exceptional again this evening. He's shut down on play 3, 5 metres away. Can the Roosters jag one? Can we go to extra time? Keary to Crichton, who goes crashing into the line.
Great defence. Never panicked.
Radley! Tedesco came steaming on with another great tackle. Last. What's it going to be? It's Watson. It's out to Manu. Tapper picked up on the bump by Swaliti. That's a glorious kick. And Pat Van Housen gets back in the field of play. What a play by the little number one.
That's such a good play. Smart play. He took a chance. He come back towards the sideline, the corner post, as the Roosters line up the Storm.
They are so hard to break down the Storm. You got to do something unstructured. So hard to beat them with set plays.
This has been a stinging defensive set by the Roosters, and as a result, Hughes is pressured. He's able to pinch some extra metres before kicking. It bounces up for Tedesco. Gee, there's some exhausted footballers out there right now, but this is where the game's on the line. Just over 2 minutes remaining. Michael Jennings. The fans urging both their team and urging Ashley Klein. They don't mind putting pressure on the officials here at Allianz. Radley, one-handed pass out the back. It finds Brandon Smith. He goes pivoting, and he can't beat Nelson's outstretched arm. This might be their last crack. Keary up in the air. Everyone chase it. Pappenhausen. Oh, a little juggle, but he regathered, and Melbourne can maybe shut the game down.
Well, I think they'll try and slow this down as much as possible, Tomo. The Roosters, they may have one more crack with the footy.
Oh, look at that. The two props, Collins and Maria Hargreaves, throw everything at King. They're trying to extract a mistake. Munster, no risk, runs the ball himself. They're burning through these tackles. There's 45 seconds to go. Big Nelson stepped away from JWH and gets... penalty! That'll be it!
That was dangerous, all right? No. That was dangerous.
Another one for a player in around the legs.
I don't think there's anyone on Nelson. Nelson hits and spins.
Yes.
And is anyone...
What's wrong with this?
Come on, let's go. Let's not waste time.
He hits and spins.
He misses and then comes back in
From
again
behind.
around the legs. Well, what a game it's been.
There's been some puzzling decisions, probably from both sides of halfway, but no doubting the quality of this game. Watson tried to steal it one-on-one. The referee said there were two involved, and that will bring the game to a conclusion. And Melbourne continue to march on, and this trend of narrow results has also continued here. Their first game at Allianz and their first win, and Cameron Munster, he's heard all the boos before, but he can soak it all in with an 18-12 win for Melbourne over the Roosters in a classic on Thursday night.